Kansas City is one of the hottest teams in baseball. Winners of 5 straight games in 13 of their last 16. The Royals are going for their first playoff berth since 1985. Tim Hudson will be put to the test in Game 2 of the series as he'll make his first start against KC in a decade. Hudson and the Giants against the Royals, and it's all coming up next. Saturday night baseball here in Kansas City as we come to you from beautiful Kauffman Stadium. This is Game 2 of this 3-game series, Giants and Royals. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants found out firsthand how hot the Royals really are as they beat the Giants last night. Giants had a lot of hits, but not enough runs. And tonight they're going to hand the ball to the veteran, Tim Hudson. Giants need to get back on the winning track, and he could be the guy.
Well, he absolutely could be the guy, and he's been very consistent with what he's given the Giants this year. And one thing the Giants have done to sort of support Tim Hudson is they put a very good defense on the infield, because with him, you plan to see a lot of balls hit on the ground. In fact, both pitchers tonight are ground ball guys. So for the Giants, they're going to take care of opportunities. Last night, they wasted a few, a lot of hits, not a lot of production. Tonight, they hope to do it a little differently and get more runs on the board. Yeah,
in order to take the series, you got to win tonight. And the Giants are hoping to do that. We mentioned it is a good pitching matchup. The veteran Hudson against another veteran in Shields. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. And by Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
Here we come from Kauffman Stadium as the Royals have just taken the field. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is now open daily. 81 degrees here at the yard. Very mild winds, humidity at 60%, and it is partly cloudy. We've got some nice white puffy clouds above the yard. James Shields, tough right-hander, and the lineup that he'll be facing, it'll be Pagan, Pence, Posey, and Sandoval. Michael Morris, his numbers lifetime against Kansas City are pretty good. Blanco gets a start. Panic. And then Ishikawa, and starting at short and hitting ninth is Matt Duffy.
On the hill tonight for Kansas City will be the right-hander, James Shields. Shields is 32 years of age. He's an 8-year veteran, 6'3", 215-pounder from Newhall, California. Lives in Santa Fe, Rancho Santa Fe now. Shields, the cousin of Aaron Rowan. Having a good year, has now won double-digit figures for 8 straight years. Been very consistent. How do you beat him? Well, you got to beat sink. He's going to give you a fastball that's low to mid-90s with good sink. When he's on, you're going to get a lot of ground balls. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup. The basic 4 pitches you're going to see from a starting pitcher. Never has faced the Giants before. And let's check out the defense playing behind James Shields tonight. Starting the Royals outfield from left to right, it'll be Gordon, Kane, and Aoki. Escobar and Moustakas, that's your left side. Infante and Butler on the right side. And Salvatore Perez will be in the squad, putting down the signs. Time now for our Nissan keys to the game. Number one, you got to tighten up that defense. Giants made 3 errors last night. You can't do that. This Royals team is a team built on defense and pitching, and you got to out-D them and you got to out-pitch them. That's how you beat them. And number two, make your hits count. Last night they had 12 hits, could only get 2 runners across the plate. They need to improve upon that. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
So the Giants trying to win game 2 of this series, losing last night by a final of 4-2 on the trip. Now they are 4-4 with tonight and tomorrow remaining before they head home for an off day on Monday. So Pagan steps in. Not many of these Giants have ever faced James Shields before, and the first pitch of the ball game is a bit wide. So we get started at 6:11. A minute late. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. And this is foul back. Mark Rippiger is the home plate umpire. Barksdale, Cedarstrom, and Danley will round out the crew from first to third.
And Rippiger's a low ball umpire, and you have to earn your corners with him. But what we were impressed with him was he hangs in there pretty well on breaking balls. Pretty good breaking ball umpire.
Pagan pops it up. This will be shallow left field for Gordon. And Gordon will put it away, and that's how this game gets started. Pagan, by the way, 1 for 5 in the game last night. So here's Pence. Pence was 1 for 4. He's got 0 for 7 history against Shields.
Shields has a really great nickname, and if you're a starting pitcher, it's the kind of nickname you want. They call him Big Game James.
Well, this isn't a very big game, so that's good news for the Giants.
Yeah, he's not very good with average game James. Run of the mill game James.
Pence takes wide. Buster Posey on deck, and then Pablo Sandoval just underway. And Pence shoots this one just below us, right in front of Dave Fleming. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. We only have 1 guy over at KBR, so don't hurt that guy. This is dribble foul. If something happens to Dave, then it's the responsibility of Lee Jones to start doing play-by-play. And Lee would give it a shot.
Yeah, he'd give it a shot. I wouldn't bet against Lee.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Pence. And Pence takes low. No swing on the appeal. 3-2.
Well, Lee Jones has been the engineer for a lot of good play-by-play guys. There's Lee.
Lee's talking to himself right in his hand. You see it? He's going low, ball 2.
I think he was double thumbing it myself.
He's practicing. There's Dave. 3-2 to Pence. And Pence drives one to left, but right there is Gordon, and Gordon will put it away. So a nice at bat from Pence, and here's Buster Posey. Buster last night 1 for 4. Buster been asked to move around on this road trip, doing the catching tonight. And he wraps this one on the ground to the third baseman, Moustakas, and that'll end the inning. So 11 pitches for Shields. Now Hudson's coming out. Coming in with a record of 61-53. And here's Ned Yost's lineup. It'll be Aoki followed by Infante and then Salvador Perez, their catcher. Billy Butler had a big game last night. You can see his numbers since the All-Star break. Gordon, Kane, Ibanez. Moustakas is going to hit 8th. And then their very fine shortstop Escobar 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the right-hander Tim Hudson, 4-time All-Star, making start number 23. 39-year-old has gone 8-8 with a 2.74 ERA, 1 complete game in 22 starts, 91 strikeouts against 24 walks. He's been fantastic. They just can't score any runs for him. I mean, he's got a 1-2 record since the All-Star break. His last 4 starts, that's a 2.13 ERA. You're supposed to get more wins than the 1. For Hudson, lifetime against these Royals, 3-3. Here at Kauffman Stadium, 3-1 with a 3.51 ERA. See the career numbers. When you take your at-bats against Tim Hudson, you're going to see a low 90s fastball, some high 80s depending on the grip. He'll give you a curveball, slider, he'll cut the ball, change up, split. He'll give you a lot of different types of movement. Likes to work quick, and he will throw a lot of ground balls.
So here's Aoki hitting at 262. And he cues this one that's going to spin right to Hudson. How about that?
1 pitch, 1 out. Thank you very nice.
That had some English on it.
Serious spinach. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Hudson tonight for the Giants. Started in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Blanco, Pagan, and Pence. That's your outfield. Duffy getting his first start at shortstop, and Crawford getting a day off, joined by Sandoval. That's your left side. Panic and Ishikawa will be on the right side. And Buster Posey will be in the squad, putting down the signs. Ishikawa with his first start at first base.
Here's Infante hitting at 262. Infante had a couple of hits last night, scored a couple of runs, and when you win by 2 runs, Infante had a lot to do with it. He's 6 for 23. That's his history against Tim Hudson. Mr. Posey asked for that pitch away, and that's where he got it. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Perez on deck. And that pitch is a bit outside. On the appeal, no swing.
Lance Barksdale, the first base umpire, saying no swing. He's usually a guy who's got a pretty quick trigger finger when he umpires first base and he's asked about check swings.
2-2.
I'll tell you one thing right out the get-go. Tim Hudson has had no problem establishing knee-high command. See, it's a bit of an issue because the mound here at Kauffman Stadium is lower than most mounds around the league, and that can cause you to be high early in the game until you make that adjustment. Has not been an issue for Hudson.
And that's off the end of the bat, foul. The Royals got a bit of an early gift today. The Blue Jays beat the Tigers today, 3-2. So the Royals, if they were to win tonight, would pick up a full game on Detroit. Two balls, 2 strikes. Infante. And they're setting up away again. And this pitch comes in, and Ishikawa over by unfriendly territory, and he makes the catch.
Yeah, you don't get a whole lot of help over there in front of your opponent's dugout as to how much room before you hit the railing or the stairs.
Hey, Brian Murphy's here with his wife Candace, sitting to his right. It's good to have Murph in town. Murph, don't. No, come on, Murph. Radio guys, you know it. They're just radio guys. Here's Perez. Murph just had his 3rd brat. He was trying to clean some of that out.
Radio guys, they're not camera savvy.
They're not. It's really not his fault.
we'll be talking about that Monday.
This is a little pop-up off the end of the bat, and it's going to fall. So Perez has a 2-out hit, and that'll put Hudson in the stretch to Billy Butler.
Well, that's significant because Billy Butler has been on fire. Really a nice game yesterday. First at bat, he had a fastball blowing right by him for a second strike, and Bumgarner comes back to the same location. And in a 2-strike count, Butler said, "See you later," and knocked it right out of here. And it was a long potato, home run number 7 on the year, and that quickly gave the Royals a 2-0 lead.
So Hudson out of the stretch to Butler, and Butler takes low and away. He's got 7 home runs. His 3 RBIs last night puts him at 47 total. I think we got a sellout crowd tonight, Mikey.
Yeah, it's a good crowd.
They're hanging from the rafters.
Yes, they are.
Butler takes a strike. That evens the count.
And there's the view. Pretty much what we see. Freeway right behind the stadium. When you drive by, you look right into the stadium, which is really unique.
Murph, don't. Thanks.
Candace, for the phone violation.
Well, Candace is being told now that her husband put his whole fist in his mouth.
Well, there was a chunk of hot dog back there he wanted to re-chew, so whatever it takes.
Oh my goodness. I do enjoy, and so do you, working with him in the morning.
Yeah, good guy. Real good guy.
Swing. Got him at 2-2.
Change up. I always wonder how a guy is going to adapt to a foreign mound on the road, especially one that is really very different than most mounds that you see. And it has not been an issue for Tim Hudson. He's got a nice rhythm going.
And Butler out swinging to end the inning. After 1, 0-0. Candace, Murph in the house.
Is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Here in Kansas City, 0-0 is Pablo Sandoval. Will step up to the plate. It'll be Sandoval, Morrison, Blanco. Twitter's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Mike is now just sending Murph a picture of what we saw that he didn't see to his phone. And the pitch to Sandoval is a called strike. Sandoval at 285. DH last night. And as a designated hitter, he had a couple of hits. And the next pitch is down low. Morris, Blanco. Giants really got off to a great start against the American League, and now it's evened up a bit. Giants are 7-6. Sandoval, a little pop-up into shallow center field, and it's going to be Kane who runs it down.
Not the case with the Royals, and they're 12-4 in their interleague play, and they've really feasted on the National League West.
So here's Morris. Morris at 276. 15 home runs, 52 runs batted in. Had a couple of hits yesterday. He scored a run. And he takes a fastball that runs inside, 1-0. Just underway here in Kansas City. A 6 o'clock start here in the Midwest. That's off the end of the bat, and it's a ball and a strike. The 10th game of the road trip will be tomorrow.
That's always the one trip that you dread, the 3-city trip, with one of the cities having a 4-game series in August, because it can get a little lengthy, although this one hasn't felt that way.
Breaking ball for a strike.
And when you win games, it has a tendency to go a bit faster. Giants at 4-4, an opportunity to win this series and go 6-4.
And Morris out swinging on another breaking ball.
Well, Tuesday, August 12th, is Jerry Garcia Tribute Night presented by McAfee. Your special event package will include a limited edition Jerry Garcia Giants themed T-shirt. I want to get that, I want to get that, I want to get that, and a game ticket to see the Giants take on the White Sox. Portion of proceeds from every special event ticket benefit the Rex Foundation. Go to sfgiants.com/special events. They'll be there.
Here's Blanco hitting at 238. He does have a little bit of ownage on Shields. He's 3 for 4 lifetime.
Blanco thought that pitch was inside. Repperger, one of the new umpires we've seen come up to the big leagues this year. And we've seen him a couple times, and we've been impressed with him. He's been consistent. As we mentioned, he likes the low strike. Could be a little tight early in the game, but if you show him you can throw strikes, you will earn some corners. And he's very good with the breaking ball.
One to Blanco is fouled at the plate. 1-2.
Yeah, some umpires, in regards to breaking balls, especially curveballs, they'll give up on it. And the window of getting a strike can be very, very small, and that's not necessarily the case with Repperger.
One-two pitch is low.
One thing about Shields, he's missed so far early in this game. It's been below the strike zone, and that's what sinker ballers like to do. They don't like to mess up.
And the 2-2 pitch is fouled off the backstop.
A little cutter.
Panic would hit if Blanco reaches here in the second. Outfield pretty shallow. And Blanco is now 4 for 5 lifetime against Shields. And that'll bring up Panic. So here's Panic. Panic got into the game as a pinch hitter, stayed in the game. Last night he went 0 for 1. He struck out. But showing some signs that he's starting to figure out a little bit. And he rolls this one out to Infante. And that will end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Gordon, Kane, Ibanez coming up. 0-0.
Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Provident Credit Union. Make life easy.
0-0 here in Kansas City. Hudson, a lot of hit in the first. See our Giants vacations, folks. They decide to go to maybe ditch the orange and go with the black. Is that what you think?
Yeah. They all got together and decided we're changing the luck.
Yeah, a couple of people didn't get the memo, but for the most part, they've done good.
They have had a blast. What a shot in the arm, especially in the third city of a 3-city road trip. To see this much enthusiasm, they're having a lot of fun, and it rubs off. Giants players have really enjoyed it.
Here's Kane, or make that Alex Gordon, and then Kane, followed by Ibanez. And Alex Gordon takes a pitch at the knees. Gordon last night 1 for 3, had an RBI. Skips off of Buster Posey, 1 ball and 1 strike. We mentioned it last night. The Royals and Giants, in a lot of ways, their season has been the same. The Royals are only 1 game over 500 at home. That pitch is wide. The Giants are 1 game under 500 at home. So both teams with good records on the road. Here's the 2-1 to Gordon, and he hits a drive into right center field. Pagan on the move. He says he's got it, and he does. 1 out. Take a look at our Ford right choice. It's about Tim Hudson. His first 13 starts, he had a 1.81 ERA. He left 82% of base runners on base. The next 5 starts, his ERA went up quite a bit. And his last 4 starts, he's back to the way it was in his first 13 starts. 84% of base runners left on base. Here's Kane. Kane hitting over 300 at 302. 0 for 3 in the game last night, and he takes a strike at the knees. Good player, good center fielder.
Well, one of the reasons why they're so good defensively, they got really 4 or 5 guys in this organization that can play the outfield. They can cover some ground, and you have to in this ballpark. It's a big ballpark.
It goes 387 to 387. That's the gaps. Straight away is 410. So if you hit one, you're going to earn it.
And there's not a whole lot of wind in this ballpark that's going to help you out. Very, very good place to pitch.
And that just misses 2 and 2.
Infield is a Bermuda grass they replaced into this year, and it's really a very heavily thatched infield, and it's not the fastest. It looks like it could be. Bermuda infield's often are, but this is not. The gaps are not that fast either here.
Line drive. Pagan barely has to move. 2 out. Yeah, Chris Davis has just hit a 2-run home run off of Zach Greinke.
Well, that's a good thing.
It's not that we're paying attention to that. I just want you to know.
It's time.
Here's Ibanez. Ibanez takes wide, hitting 171. He's got 5 home runs. He's dangerous. He's got 26 runs batted in. As this is dribbled out in front of home plate, Buster Posey's going to barehand it and throw him out. So Hudson with a nice second inning for the Giants. It'll be Ishikawa, Duffy, and Pagan coming up. Giants manager Bruce Bochy on last night's offense. The skipper says that game you certainly feel you should have won with the hits and runners we had out there. We didn't cash in enough. I can tell you, as you see nothing last night on the bus, he was not a happy manager. I know you witnessed it. I witnessed it.
Well, I mean, he's frustrated because he thinks his team can be better. And when you get 12 hits and you get 2 runs, then you start to see the frustration start to boil over. And the other thing too, this is a good defensive team. The Giants have played well this whole road trip, and really for the most part all year long. They made 3 errors last night, and that was the difference in the game, and that will frustrate them every time.
Here's Ishikawa, and he looks at a strike. Yeah, the last time he started was Game 4. Last time he started a game with the Giants. Game 4 of the World Series. A nice memory for Travis Ishikawa. With the Giants, he's 1 for 5. And he takes a pitch down low. The Rook on deck, Matt Duffy, and then Angel Pagan. Ishikawa rolls it to Infante, and Ishikawa's retired 4-3. And here's Duffy. Duffy 3 for 14 in a Giants uniform. He got a couple of hits last night. He knocked in a run. And tonight playing short. The first game that we've seen him at short.
It's got to feel pretty comfortable for him. I know coming up here, he didn't figure to get a lot of shortstop time.
First pitch strike from Shields right on the outside corner.
Good curveball. Duffy sitting fastball. There you see what he's done in the minor leagues. 233 games at shortstop, 3 at second base and 3 at third base.
And the 0-2 pitch in the dirt.
Last night he went over to third base, made the defensive play of the game. And everybody talking about it today.
And the 1-2 pitch. Here it is to Duffy. And he fouls it back.
That's reach back velocity. Shields will cruise low 90s with sink, and then all of a sudden he gets you to a 2-strike, and he'll four seam the ball up across the letters, and it's a tough one to keep your top hand on top of, and it's like another pitch.
In tight, 2-2.
8 years in a row he has had double-digit win totals. Very consistent.
Got him.
Change up, got him, and a good one. Well, on a piece of Candlestick Park, how do you do it? Well, the historic seats from the former home of the Giants and Niners are on sale for $749 a pair. That's right, Candlestick seats, and for a limited time, fans can also purchase seats autographed by Candlestick Park legends like Mays and Montana, Mays and McCovey, Montana and Dwight Clark, McCovey and Will Clark. Get all the information at sfgiants.com/candlestick moments.
Here's Pagan, who popped out to open up the ball game. He popped out to left field. And Shields throws a 94-mile-an-hour fastball high. Pagan, third baseline bunt. The throw, not in time.
He better get back on that bag. He had just a little bit of a lean to second, and it doesn't take much. If in the eyes of the umpire they feel that you had any move towards the lead base, you can be called out. It was close. Outstanding bunt. You can see Moustakas, the third baseman, playing even with the grass in the third. And this is something that Pagan, I think, should do a lot more of. But right there was just a little bit of a lean. You see Roberto Kelly losing a lung, screaming him back to the bag.
You know, that's enough.
That is enough.
I think if we look at that again, you might see that Lance Barksdale just took a peek in another direction and he never saw it. And Pagan gets back. Take a look at Barksdale. All right, so there it is. See him peek back. He never saw him.
He was not looking at Pagan. He was looking at the bag, as umpires are trained to do. They'll look at the bag, they'll watch the feet, and they'll listen.
Hence goes the other way, foul.
Had he have followed the runner and seen that little bit of a lean towards second base,
I think they'd have called him out, Mike.
I do too. Right there, that little step. That's all it takes. See Barksdale, as umpires are trained to do. They're trained to look at the bag, watch the foot hit the bag, and then listen for the ball.
Big chopper to third. And that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, one left. Moustakas, Escobar, Aoki coming up.
Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by the Solar Company. Not just any solar company, the Solar Company. Switch to solar and save.
No score here in Kansas City. This is the home half of the third inning. And here's the third baseman, Mike Moustakas, and he takes a called strike.
He's got a little outhouse or castle in him.
Yes,
He'll swing for the stands a lot. I think a good corner infielder is supposed to do. Royals have been looking for offense. They really haven't gotten hot with the bats. They're winning games with defense, pitching. And they've got some good arms, especially like we saw last night at the back end of their bullpen. If they have a lead going to the seventh inning, they're going to be tough to beat.
A's come in Monday for a 4-game series. This is skied out to right for Hunter Pence. I think you should leave a note for Ray, and I'll leave one for Glenn.
All right, I will.
Dave will come over to join Mike here in the TV side for innings 4, 5, and 6. I'll head over to the KMBR side. John Miller will return on Tuesday against the Chicago White Sox at AT&T Park. Escobar hitting .278. And Hudson wanted to know where that pitch was. 1 ball and no strikes. Out of play.
Hudson just pounding the gloves. You look at the location, and pretty much he's been between the knees of Posey. Wherever Posey sets that target, Hudson is just going right to him. And that's with everything.
And this is going to be foul, and you're right. Boy, Posey put that target and he hit it.
I often talk about the rhythm that a pitcher has, and when he pitches it against an opponent that has similar type of rhythm, they could benefit from it. And I think it's happening here tonight with Shields and Hudson, similar type rhythm. And they are both pounding that strike zone.
And Duffy's got it. Time to log on to csnbarea.com and you can decide the player of the game. Your vote counts. The winner will be revealed during Giants postgame live. Check out the Bloomberg stats and much more. Giants in-game live at csnbarea.com. You can log on right now and you can vote right now. Or you can vote in an hour or an hour and a half. Aoki saw 1 pitch and scooped one back to Hudson to open up the bottom of the first. Sandoval is playing way in at third, so that bunt really didn't cause much of a surprise for him. Oh, and 2.
Late movement, and it really fooled Aoki, and he immediately turns to plate umpire Mark Rippinger and said, "Is that a strike?" Just a very quick little break in, tied him up in knots. Watch the elbows collapse. And that's tying up a hitter right there.
Little flare to Blanco, and that'll end the inning. Welcome Dave Fleming into the booth. I'll see you back here in the 7th. It's 0-0.
The top of the fourth, that means we're welcoming Dave Fleming. Welcome.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Fantastic. A beautiful night for baseball, huh?
Beautiful night in the Midwest and no storms. We had all these forecasts for bad weather, so it's nice to be here in Kansas City.
We like it.
And a game sort of like we expected. I mean, these two teams are very much alike, and both pitching, defense sort of oriented teams. And a good pitcher's duel is developing, Shields and Hudson. Buster Posey's going to lead off against Shields, and Buster takes a strike.
Well, both pitchers have let Mark Rippinger, the plate umpire, know that they're going to pound the strike zone, and they're now starting to see more corners, a bigger strike zone than what the game opened up with in that first inning, and that's really how it should be. Once you get that umpire looking for strikes, you get that zone to just open up just a little bit more.
Well, that last one definitely counts as a pitcher-friendly strike. The 0-2, and he uses the curveball.
And we have seen Shields throw all of his pitches. Curveball, the slider, the changeup, two types of fastball. And he's throwing them in any count, too.
Two and two. That one misses inside.
You saw in the at-bat to Matt Duffy. He kind of cruised in the low 90s with sink, and then a two-strike. He came across the letters with a four-seam fastball at 94. So that's a nice reach-back velocity that he can surprise you with.
Strikes out Buster Posey with the changeup.
A circle change, and just had Posey out front. And what sets up that pitch so beautifully is arm action. And with Shields, the changeup and the fastball absolutely identical.
One out. Here's Pablo. Oh for 1. And he hits that one toward the gap in right center field. Aoki cannot catch it. Does play it on a bounce, though, and Pablo has to stop it first.
This feels like the biggest ballpark in baseball.
It does.
They have stretched it out as far as they could go. 410 to center, 387 to the gaps in right center, left center. It's a symmetrical field. 330 down the lines.
And I like the point you made. That shot is actually a good one to illustrate it, where this field is sunk down so low. The freeway level, sort of ground levels, way up above. You can see those cars passing by off in the distance. And so it's almost like a pit, and so the dimensions are pitcher friendly, and then you feel like you're almost in a bubble down here. Morris peels one foul. I mean, I don't think you get any help from any sort of wind. There's no carry field, nothing like that.
It's kind of the way that Busch Stadium used to be in St. Louis. It was sunken. When you're out there in the middle of Diamond, you were looking for air, and you never got any.
One ball, one strike to count to Morse.
But both the field in St. Louis and the field here in Kansas City much improved now since they brought natural grass back to the playing surface. Before it was an artificial surface, and I can't tell you how hot it was out there to play, especially on day games. Crazy hot.
And I think I mean, you never played a turf game here, did you?
No.
Yeah. So I think they used to say the same thing about this venue. Just obscenely hot on a real hot summer day.
Well, you tell people 145 to 155 degrees and they look at you like you're an idiot, but that's what it was. You'd stand out on the mound in St. Louis on a Sunday in the middle of summer. You look over to Matt Williams at third base, and you couldn't tell his facial features were all blurred because of the heat waves.
Like you're driving down toward Death Valley on the highway looking a mile ahead.
Exactly. And it'd be a 7 to 9 pound outing for a pitcher.
Morse, hard ground ball, but picked clean at third. That's one, that's two, double play. Royals defense is very, very good. Giants don't score, middle of the fourth, a 0-0 game.
reports and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Well, Monday, August 25th is the Mystery Bobblehead Prize Pack special event. Your special event package will include a mystery bag including one Giants 2014 bobblehead and an additional Giants item, 2 prizes, as well as a game ticket to see the Giants take on the Rockies. A reminder, to receive the Mystery Bobblehead Prize Pack, you need to purchase the special event ticket. Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
Everybody likes a mystery, a surprise.
Door number 2.
Good old chug there.
Oh, yeah, he's taking it serious.
You are allowed to take a breath. Hudson to Infante. That one missed somewhere. Ball 1. 2, 3, 4 hitters for Kansas City in this scoreless game. Bottom of the 4th. Strike 1 to Infante from his former teammate. There you go.
Yeah, he's a connoisseur.
Yeah, oh, I see. It's like a tasting. You swish it around in your mouth.
You got to get every bubble and pop it in your mouth.
Omar Infante, been a good player for a long time, versatile guy. Three and 1.
I think this guy's a pure ball player. He can help you out a lot of different ways. Play multi-positions. He's a great situational hitter. Good player.
3-1. And that one is pulled foul. Hard, but foul. One thing about this Royals team, so many young players these last few years. So many of them. And with James Shields, with Infante, a little bit of experience, maybe some leadership by example for the young guys. Trying to mix and match and not have a team that's all young players. That one right off the end of the bat, and Panic has to race back, but he'll get there.
Well, you want veteran presence because this game has so much emotion and it's such a long season. And what rookies fall victim to is the emotion of the season. They get too high when they're going good. They get too low when they're not going good. And you have veterans that just sort of rock along steady all year long. I mean, that's the kind of presence you want. And it's so valuable when you get to this part of the year. The dog days of August, then, of course, the stretch run in September. And then, if you're lucky, the playoffs. But you got to have the guys that have been there before. And they often will determine the mindset of your team.
One out, and the excellent young catcher Perez takes ball 1.
But rookies are valuable too, and I think you have to have a rookie or two on your team because you need that energy. You need to receive the big leagues through the eyes of a rookie, and I think that helps every veteran on the team. It's entertainment.
Oh, and more than just entertainment, it can be in a pennant race in those dog days. It can be an infusion of energy and some fresh legs. But I think you've always pointed out that mix and match, finding a way to have a balanced roster where you have some youth, you have that experience, is really important. Perez hit that one well. Pagan changing directions all the way back and makes a basket style catch.
This is an airport.
That thing was crushed.
That was crushed. That may have been out in San Francisco. We don't normally say that a ball will go out in San Francisco and not at the ballpark the Giants are playing, but I think this was the case. That ball was striped. But for Pagani, makes it look easy. And you know, if you're a good center fielder, you've got to like a ballpark like this because you got all kinds of room.
You can show off your skills. Pagan, that was a pretty nice play. The other thing is you saw at the very end of that play, Pagan went out into the last spot where there's some sunlight. So you're changing directions, you're sprinting back, you got the track, you got the wall, and then at the end you look up and you look up into some of that glare. That was a good play.
I think he enjoyed it.
Billy Butler, who's been the red hot hitter, 1-1, took the curveball. Hudson tries another curve and misses with that one. Well, they got him to chase a curveball, struck him out with it in the first inning. So obviously they're trying to use that pitch here against Butler. On the ground, backhanded by Duffy. Throwing plenty of time. Butler does not run well. Hudson has another 1-2-3 inning. He's retired 10 in a row. No score.
AT&T U-verse rewind. Last night we saw a great relay from Juan Perez to Brandon Crawford. Stays with the play. Barehands it to Crawford, who throws to Arias, who comes back and makes a great play on Billy Butler, who did not slide, and that was a huge play in the game, and that's our AT&T U-verse rewind. Bottom line, slide.
Yeah. I thought we learned that with Jeremy Giambi.
Good point.
Well, Joaquin Arias, that was a great tag play by him. He had a nice game last night. Gregor Blanco leading off against Shields. Blanco took a ball, and Shields said it was the baseball's fault. He wanted a new one.
But you're right. I mean, he thought he had a strike with that breaking ball first pitch. Didn't get it. Said, I want another ball. Give me one that's got strikes in it.
So we'll see. Blanco had a hit his first time up. He pops that one up. Carries fairly well out to left, but Jordan makes the play with plenty of room. The ballpark here, I mean, the structure has been in place since the early 1970s, but they freshened up the look, all the concourses, the concession stands. So it's kind of the same feel. They've had the natural surface that Mike and I were talking about for 20 years now. Joe Panik takes a close pitch for a ball. Panik grounded out his first time up. Hitting .255. Change up for a strike.
Oh, he really is just mixing his speeds beautifully. So you guys sit there and take a pitch like that location wide in a 1-0 count. You're thinking, well, why is he not swinging? Well, change up.
Pulls that one foul.
And it's so difficult to see the difference between 92 and 84, and it's so subtle, but it freezes you. And if you do pull the trigger on it, you're out front. Changeup's been a great pitch tonight. Nobody's done anything with it.
And he's been ahead of almost every Giants hitter, it seems. 1-2 to Panic. Good take in the dirt.
Curveball down the dirt. Fish ain't biting.
Now Panic, even last night, came up as a pinch hitter in a very big spot against the guy who's got maybe the best relief numbers of anybody in the American League, Wade Davis, and it had an 8-9 pitch battle, fouling off pitches. Takes there, and the count runs full, 3-2. So I think he's showing you some signs, even when he doesn't get a hit, even when he doesn't produce, that he's feeling a little more comfortable.
Good at bats. I mean, he's getting 5-6 pitch at bats on a consistent basis. And that's what you want to see with young hitters.
Yeah, this one counts. You got the count full, 3-2. And he takes ball 4.
Tried to backdoor him with a slider, didn't miss by much. Nice at bat.
So good job by Joe Panic. That's the first walk given up by James Shields.
Giants have had Shields in every inning except the first, but they just haven't been able to do much with it. They haven't gotten a base runner out to second base yet.
And part of the problem is some of that pressure with 2 outs. At least here, 1 out and a base runner. For Travis Ishikawa, getting a chance to play at first base tonight. Ishikawa to center field. He hit that one pretty well. Kane just glides back there and makes the catch in the cavernous part of this ballpark. Where do you hit it here?
Well, I think you got to go pull side. I mean, we saw the ball hit last night by Billy Butler. It was a bomb. It went over the Giants bullpen in left field, but there just is no carry. You don't get any help from Mother Nature here. And if anything, there's a little trickling of wind that is in the face of the hitter. So just not a home run friendly ballpark.
Matt Duffy at the plate, and Shields, who always is at the top of that leaderboard for pickoffs. He picks off as many runners from first base as anybody in the big leagues. You have to pay attention when you're at first base. A little bit unorthodox as he comes set. Duffy, foul ball. All that outfield territory. Plus, the Royals have made a point of piling up all these good defensive players, good defensive outfielders. So they got guys who cover a lot of ground. It's hard to beat this team with just a bunch of hits in a row. Another pickoff move. Panic gets back safely.
Well, and if you have a pitching staff that throws strikes, I mean, that makes you even better because you're not giving away 90-foot gifts. In order for you to score, you got to bunch together hits. With a good defense, that's not easy to do.
Breaking ball for strike 2 to Matt Duffy.
You're a young hitter like Panic and Duffy, and you're seeing Shields for the first time. That can be a rough night because he's got so many different things that he can do with the ball, and all of his movement's quality. It's all late breaking, and he corner paint with all of it.
Certainly not a comfortable spot to be. 0-2 in the dirt, and it gets through the catcher. That'll advance Panic to second.
Now that's the kind of a gift right there you have to take advantage of. 2 outs, you get a wild pitch, you put a runner in scoring position. And this is where, I mean, you really got to take advantage, come up with a base knock here. You're thinking about the outfield arms. You've got 2 really strong arms in left and center. And what we saw last night, you have a very accurate arm, although it's not the strongest arm, with Aoki in right field.
Panic does get the good jump because there are 2 outs. Outside, 2-2.
And there's that 94. We've only seen the 94 in 2 strike counts. That's when he's reaching back and he's can turn that fastball into another pitch just by changing the velocity and adding.
First runner in scoring position for the Giants in this game, trying to score first. And Duffy peels one foul. Look out.
What he did well to catch a piece of that changeup, but I mean, perfect location.
Well, both of these young Giants hitters, Panic and Duffy, they're showing you a little something with the way they're hanging in against a guy who's got excellent stuff.
Well, and that's the kind of thing you look for in a young hitter too, because they learn the league and they get familiar with the pitching staffs around baseball. They're going to become better hitters.
2-2, and he sprays another one foul. Another quality pitch.
And he's gone 94, 85, 94. Fastball, changeup, fastball, and all with great location. And right now, I mean, it looks like Duffy's on roller skates the way that he's diving out there with not a lot of lower body in the swing, but that's a pitch you can't take. You got to fight it off. Looking for a mistake.
Shields checks Panic. 2-2, and he hits that one on the ground. Escobar gobbles it up. A little bit of a low throw, but scooped by Butler, and the Giants are retired. So a walk, a runner stranded. Giants and Royals 0-0. Ace for the Giants, Madison Bumgarner. He's got 3 complete games this year. 2 of them have been losses. Back in April against the Rockies, last night here in Kansas City. The last Giants pitcher before Bumgarner with 2 complete game losses in a year, Russ Ortiz, back in the 2002 season. So there's some good news and bad news in there. Bumgarner, 3 complete games. He's pitching great. Another good, solid performance last night. But 2 out of those 3, he and the Giants have lost. You hate to have those kind of performances from one of your stud pitchers and not come away with a win.
It's tough, and that really does grind on an offense. It's not like these guys just sort of pass it off and move on. I mean, it wears them out when they can't provide runs for a good pitching performance. But we've seen it happen to just about everybody in the Giants rotation. Olgasong went through that spell where he had 4 starts. They didn't get a run for him. Hudson has had a bundle of starts that he's gone out and pitched well enough to win, and he's walked away with a no decision or a loss.
Alex Gordon hits one deep to right field. Pence is back. He's running out of room, and it's gone. And that's the first run of the game. What they call Nebraska night here in Kansas City. The kid from Nebraska getting a standing ovation. 1-0 Royals.
Home run number 11. And that's what you have to do to hit it out of here. You got to get it. There's a Cornhusker fan.
There are a lot of them here tonight. Center fielder Lorenzo Cain, first pitch swinging right to Pablo Sandoval, who throws him out, 1 away.
Now let's take a look at the location of the pitch. Belt high out over the plate, and Gordon squares it up with backspin, and that's when you get your carry. And even in a ballpark that is tough to hit home runs in, nothing's going to hold this one. You can see the foot plant, watch the hip rotate right through, the head stays down.
He is a very good player. Raul Ibanez with 1 out, and the base is empty. Takes ball 1 from Hudson. First home run for Alex Gordon here at home in almost 2 months. And as hard as he hit that ball, I mean, he crushed it. It's not like it was 40 feet over the wall.
Yeah, you got to get it to get out of here.
You really do. Ibanez, who was with the Royals more than a decade ago, now back. Let go by the Angels earlier this year. 1-2. Well, you just start to get uncomfortable against this Kansas City team when you're behind. It's only a 1-run lead. It's 1-0. There's plenty more baseball to be played, but we saw it last night. The back end of their bullpen has just been almost bulletproof.
Yeah, 3 good arms. Saw him last night, 7, 8, 9. Impressive.
That one hit against the shift and caught by Panic. Pretty nice play.
Well, in the end, he wound up looking like a catcher the way he caught it. I mean, he gets it. And the smash and Panic going down almost to a knee.
Forgot his shin guards, but he made the play anyway.
He'll say that's the best sinker he's seen all year.
2 down for Mike Moustakas. Home run by Gordon has Kansas City ahead 1-0. Moustakas aggressive swing, ground ball to Ishikawa. So after the home run, 3 quick outs, but Mr. Nebraska Alex Gordon takes Tim Hudson deep on Nebraska night in Kansas City. 1-0 Royals.
CSNBA fan photo, your full name and hometown for a chance to have it shown in an upcoming game broadcast. Brought to you by AT&T. This one is from David Whitmire of Merced, California. His wife is playing in the Mariposa Symphony, and she's wearing Giants gear. Gamer babe. That is a great shot. And that is our AT&T fan photo. Thank you, David.
1-0 Kansas City after the Alex Gordon home run. So the Giants got to get the bats going against a very tough pitcher. And they do have the top of the order up for the third time now.
Well, they have, I'm sure, gauged the speed of the fastball, the movement of the fastball. They've seen the specialty pitches. So this is their opportunity right here.
Huge inning in this game when you get to start clean with the top of the order. Pagan. Corner infielders play in. Pagan had a bunt base hit his first time up. So Kansas City thinking about that as Shields jumps ahead with the fastball. Moustakas at third especially. We know Pagan likes to slash. You pitch him away and he will take a slash and line one toward left. Tried that curveball and missed outside.
He will make you work. And he's still learning the strike zone. I mean, that's the other thing you have to consider. He didn't have a lot of at bats, and here he is.
It's that one just a pop up. Infante for out number one. You can follow every Giants game with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile device or tablet. Get live look-ins, instant replay, scores, stats, audio, free MLB.tv game of the day, and more. Download on the App Store or visit sfgiants.com. Big first out for Shields to get through Pagan. Here's Hunter Pence. And he breaks his bat. Just a slow roller. Escobar, very good shortstop, throws him out.
And he used every bit of that web, too. Almost like he snow-coned that thing.
Pence puts pressure on the defense with his speed. Two quick outs, though, right at the top of the order. So Posey comes up with the bases empty. Giants have not been able to get Posey at bats in this series with a chance to do real damage. Ball one. Last time up, Shields got him on the changeup, struck him out. He's the horse of this staff. In terms of the pitch count, he could be thinking about going the distance tonight.
He just hasn't had a lot of stress in this game. The Giants have managed to get one runner to second. That was last inning on a walk and a wild pitch.
One and one to Buster, and a curve misses in. That one's high. 3-1.
You mentioned this being Nebraska night. As the bus drove in today, going to the parking lot here, a lot of tailgating done by the Nebraska fans. You'd have thought it was a Saturday afternoon in early October.
Looked like Lincoln. Posey, liner, caught at third. And the Giants go down in order at the top of the order. Shields pitching well, 1-0 Kansas City.
broadcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, try Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. And by Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability, and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, this time of year you come to Kansas City, you think you could get extreme heat and humidity. It's been spectacular. 1-0 Royals lead, bottom of the 6th. Giants are up against it, though, against this red-hot Kansas City team. The weather's been cool, but they're catching the Royals at a bad time. Kansas City has won 13 of 16 games. Their season high, 8 games over 500. They have a chance to be 1.5 back in the Central with a win tonight against the Giants. Hudson to Escobar. And that one, I guess, a little bit high.
I haven't seen a lot of high strikes tonight from Mark Rippinger, the plate umpire.
That one is hit foul. And it would have been a high strike, but we haven't seen a lot of those borderline pitches called. Neither pitcher's really been bothered by it. 2 hits for the Royals, 3 for the Giants, and basically no stress for either pitcher other than the 1 home run ball. That's the difference in the game.
Yep.
They've made it look easy. Escobar, very defensive swing, and Panic throws him out.
Now they've both been exceptional in the command that they've had with all their pitches, and you can compliment one guy, and basically you're complimenting the other guy as well. Hudson, all of his pitches he's had right on his fingertips. He's been able to locate at the knees all night long. One mistake at the belt and he paid the ultimate price for it, and that's the home run that Gordon hit.
And you really do have to credit the hitter in that instance. I mean, you, as a pitcher, you make mistakes. And a lot of times they're fouled off, or a guy swings through it or hits it right at somebody. So one of the very few location mistakes for Hudson in this game, and Alex Gordon hit it 400 feet.
That's not fair. Nobody said it was going to be. That's why when you achieve something at this level, it's so special, because it's so hard.
Yeah. Aoki is 0 for 2. That's a good curveball from Hudson.
Slider, curveball, cutter, sinking it, subtract, add. Pitching beautifully.
Yeah. That looked like he throws both the changeup and the split change. And usually he'll say in a 2-strike count he'll use that splitter. It's a little bit more of a strikeout pitch. Up and away with the fastball.
Got underneath that one. It hasn't happened to him for the most part. He's been out front with his release all night.
So full count pitch here. Hudson will want to challenge Aoki. And he does, and Aoki line drive base hit. Just the 3rd hit of the game for the Royals, with Infante coming up. The Royals will also use a pinch runner for Aoki. Dyson is very fast, and also they feel is a little better defensive outfielder. So they've got the lead. You're getting toward the late innings. Aoki gets aboard. Now they use Jared Dyson. And you have to pay attention to him.
Well, you're right. He's a legitimate base stealing threat.
It's certainly the kind of spot where you would think he'd be thinking about going. Ball 1-2 Infante.
Well, I think he's in the go mode anytime he gets on base. He's got 22 bags stolen against just 4 times getting thrown out. And with him, he's a green lighter. So whenever he feels he gets a jump, he can go. He doesn't need an okay from the skipper.
When he gets to second, you got to pay attention to him there. He likes to steal third. Dyson, if you were with us last night, he hit a little swinging bunt. Matt Duffy moved to third late in the game. And Duffy's hardly ever played third base ever in his professional career, and he made a great play to throw out Dyson on what was like a swinging bunt. Not going, and Infante looked like he was taking all the way. It's 2-0. The manager Bruce Bochy told us before the game that play by Duffy impressed him.
Yeah, the coaches were all talking about it today before the game. And there are certain types of plays that tell you a lot about a guy, and that one, for a guy who doesn't have a lot of experience at third.
2-0 and a comebacker knocked down. Hudson will just go to first and get the sure out. If he fielded that one perfectly cleanly, he was going to try to start the double play.
Well, as hard as that thing was hit, even the speed of Dyson wouldn't have been able to do much about that. And this thing comes right back on him on a one hop. He does his best to cover his face and protect his head. But once he didn't come up with it cleanly, he knew he had too much speed to go to second. He took the sure out. That's a smart play.
So he does get Infante 2 down. Runner in scoring position. That's a big run. Royals already ahead 1-0. Perez has singled and hit a ball to deep center field that was caught by Pagan. Curveball hit foul.
Ooh. He's not fooled by that speed. I'm impressed with this guy.
Yeah.
He's a big man, and he's very, very seldom on his front leg in a swing. He really stays back beautifully. 6'3", 250. He has got a clue.
I think a lot of the people here feel like he's their MVP. He's their best overall player.
He's their Buster Posey.
2 young catchers in this series who each hit third in their lineups. That's pretty rare. A pop up to right field. Pence is in to make the catch, and Hudson gets through that base hit. Kipe will come back over and join Mike here on the television side. It's 1-0 KC.
Toyota Game Summary is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Let's take a look through 6 innings. Giants no runs on 3 hits. No errors. The Royals 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. It has been a good old-fashioned pitch and duel between Hudson and Shields. They have both been spectacular. Hudson with 72 pitches, Shields with 73, and they've been all good ones. Alex Gordon took advantage of the one location mistake, a solo shot, and that is what has given the Royals a 1-0 lead. The Giants offense just 3 singles. Blanco, Pagan, and Sandoval, only 1 runner to second base. That is our Toyota Game Summary, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. 1-0 Royals, top of the 7th. Here again is Dwayne Kuiper.
All right, thanks, Mike. As Dyson goes into center, Kane to right. Is Shields to Sandoval, and Sandoval rolls it foul.
There's Gerard Dyson. Hard to think there's anybody playing center field better than Kane.
Sandoval might hit this one out of the stadium. Let's see. Nope.
That was loud. That was a feel-good strike.
Morris on deck, and then Blanco. 1-2.
Shields going away after that one.
Down low, so Sandoval not biting. Two balls, 2 strikes. Not an overshift, but the Royals playing Sandoval to pull. And this is rolled to Butler. Butler will underhand it to Shields, and Sandoval's retired. Take a look at our cold hard facts, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. The Giants this season right at 99 home runs. Last season the Giants hit their 100th home run on September 24th. Giants, when they do hit a home run, they're 43-18. Well, that solves the whole deal. Start swinging for the fences.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good play by Billy Butler, who doesn't normally play first base. He's normally the DH.
Here's Morris. Morris waving and missing, and it's 0-1.
There's the backhander from Butler. Nice underhand flip. Shields completes the play easily.
They're going to run this pitch inside, and Morris gets jammed. And Moustakas has it. 2 down. And that'll bring up Blanco. So the Giants' last hit came in the 4th on the Sandoval base hit. The last base runner panicked, drew a walk in the 5th.
It explains the low pitch count. And only one time has a Giant been in scoring position, and that was the 5th inning after a walk and a wild pitch. But Shields has been in total command.
So Blanco takes a strike.
Well, look at this ballpark, Kuiper. You'd think it'd be pretty easy for the Royals to recruit free agent pitchers here. Great place to pitch.
And just a little bit wide to Blanco. Blanco with a good swing and a foul back. He had a rip like he wanted to tie this game up. It's 1-2. Panic would hit if Blanco extends the inning, and Blanco does it again, and Shields is looking at him like, are you serious?
Well, a start-stop for a pitcher is something that every pitcher detests. And Shields is trying to walk this one off. I mean, he's got a real nice rhythm going on. All of a sudden, that takes him out of his rhythm. And he's doing his best to reboot his brain. He looked up, and all of a sudden, whoop. I mean, there was a time in baseball they said, go ahead, go with a pitch and throw a nice one-hopper at the guy's feet because you get a free shot to drill him. I mean, that's what previous generations did to handle that situation.
Shields knocks it down and throws out Blanco, and that's going to end the inning. Bottom of the 7th coming up. It's 1-0 Kansas City. Offensively for both teams, the difference a home run by Alex Gordon. It's going to be Butler, Gordon, and Kane here in the 7th. And a breaking ball and a swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike.
Oh, he's mixed that first pitch so beautifully tonight. And I think if you're a member of the Royals, I mean, you know that Hudson's going to come at you. So guys have a tendency to be a little more aggressive early in the count.
It's a center field, struck well. Pagan's not going to get it. He will pick it up, and Butler's got a leadoff double. It was the 5th inning where Gordon got a pitch to hit, and he knocked it out of the park.
One of the few mistakes we've seen up. It was right at the bell out over the plate, and Gordon gets every bit of it. And all Hunter Pitts could do was watch it sail out of here.
He also had hit a fly ball well to center field that Pagan tracked down. And this is rolled foul, and it's no balls and 1 strike.
Pure strikeout situation here for Hudson with nobody out, runner at second, as you see Affeldt start to get heated up in the Giants bullpen.
And a base hit up the middle. Here comes Butler, and now they're going to hold him. So Butler had a head of steam going around third.
And Mike Jersley, the third base coach, saying, I don't think so. He knows he doesn't have a lot of speed with Butler, and that had everything to do with it. That and respect for Pagan's arm. And with nobody out, setting up a first and third, he's thinking, I'm not going to risk it. And right there, they stop him, put the brakes on.
Here's Kane. He's lined out to center, and he's bounced out to Sandoval. And he fouls it back. It's no balls in one strike. Giants will definitely try to cut that runner off at the plate. Now steps out, gets tired of waiting. 5 hits for the Royals, 2 this inning. Hudson at 77 pitches.
Going inside hard here. Kane's a long arm swinger. His strength is middle away. And with an open base here, they may just heat his hands up to set up a breaking ball to dirt at some point. This is definitely a strikeout scenario for Hudson.
Oh, 0-2 to Kane.
Going away with the breaking ball. Look at the performance of that pitch. I don't think it was a breaking ball. I think that was a sinker. And a cutter. Didn't have a lot of movement on it.
Trying to get Kane to fish, and he's not fishing. They do have the inner half of the plate set up, however.
Well, those 2 pitches are definitely going to get a hitter leaning, which opens up a little window above the hands on the inside corner. Or with Hudson, he could also throw the sinker down off the plate, down and in, with the movement running off the plate towards the back foot of Kane. That's 2 options if they decide to go inside. That sinker. So now an 0-2 to a 3-2, and still they do not have to give in to him here with an open base. Hudson's pitching for the swing and miss here.
And we'll keep an eye on Gordon to see if he goes. Three and 2. Going to be fouled down the left field line.
Hey, Buster Posey caught it.
All right. The little guy's not happy though.
It's a happy family. 3 out of 4. Little guy, calm down. All right, thanks, Dad.
He's going to throw it. 3-2.
Well, you better let him have it.
Hudson deals. Foul back.
Kane's on him. It's a healthy swing. I think Kane is really on everything down around the knees. Buster Posey, does he think about going upstairs with a high fastball above the strike zone? Again, it's not the end of the world if you walk him.
And a base hit into right field. So Butler is going to score anyway, and it's now 2-0.
Pretty impressive at bat right there from Lorenzo Cain. And that's going to be it for Hudson.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and auto service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts. We'll be back.
Offering business and personal insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. Visit us at hefins.com and by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
The Royals have scored here in the 7th inning on 3 straight hits. It's 2-0. And Jeremy Affeldt, what he's trying to do now is limit the damage.
Take a look at the numbers for Affeldt. 44 games, 2-1 with a 1.35 ERA. And the beautiful thing about bringing Affeldt into an existing inning is he can get you a ground ball. I think he's best equipped in that Giants bullpen to get the ground ball that could get 2 outs. Sinking fastball, low 90s, big curveball, and a split.
So Ibanez will stand in facing Affeldt. Ibanez is 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Gordon at second, Kane at first. 0-2.
2 good explosive sinkers down around the knees. Jeremy Affelt, career started here. Kansas City, very familiar with this setting.
Yeah, his first pitch in the big leagues was thrown in 2002.
Now he was teammates with the guy in the batter's box, Raul Ibanez. 2003 team. There you see Affelt, 184 games, had 42 starts. Third rounder of the '97 draft.
So it's 2-2. Started out 0-2, and now Ibanez has worked it to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Moustakas is on deck. Hit on the ground to Panic, could be 2 to Duffy. So Affelt does indeed get the ground ball. On the play, Gordon goes to third.
And that's the beauty of a strike throwing sinker baller. Can really bring some sanity back to an inning that's starting to go weird against you.
So here's Moustakas. And he takes low, 1 ball and no strikes. Royals with a run here in the 7th.
Boy, nice play, Buster Posey. You cannot relax a second with Affelt. You can have him hit your glove without even moving it 6 times in a row. Then he can throw you a scud that bounces 10 feet in front of home plate. You just never know. And with a runner at third base, it is not a comfortable environment for a catcher.
Hit on the ground and a fair ball. Coming in to score is Gordon. And Moustakas has got an RBI double. Just stayed right close to being on the line.
Goes inside, just drops the head on it, rakes it right past the diving Ishikawa. And then not a whole lot that Ish could do about it. Ball hit that hard, hugging the line. It's going to be an extra bagger.
An extra bagger indeed. And here's Escobar.
Watch Ishikawa try and dive for this thing and see how close he got to it. Just not enough time to get there.
So it's 3-0. 2 add-on runs for the Royals here in the 7th. As Escobar sends this one into the seats. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hudson thinking about this game, and you know, he pitched beautifully. Just all your mistakes get magnified when your team does not score runs for you.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Blocked by Buster Posey. 2-2. In Milwaukee, the Brewers are leading the Dodgers 4-1. That game is in the 7th inning. See Gene Machi getting loose. Low again. 3-2. 35,114 here tonight. I thought it was a sellout, and I'm not sure if 35 is a sellout, but
I think 39, somewhere 39.3 or 4.
I'm trying to find the empty seats.
I can't see them.
I think they're in the dugout. Three and 2 to Escobar. Hit on the ground and a base hit into left field. Blanco gets to it. Here's his throw home. Affeld's going to cut it off, or at least try to. He knocks it down, and coming in to score is Moustakas, and it's now 4-0.
Well, it's so frustrating for a sinker ball. He gets the ground ball, and it finds a hole. Splits right between Sandoval and Duffy. Nothing they could do about it. And it's costly as the Royals start to create some space. 4-0.
So here's Dyson, who takes a strike. Remember, Dyson came in as a pinch runner in the 6th inning. Affeld got the double play to Ibanez, but then Moustakas and Escobar with base hits. And a strike. Good fastball. 1-2. That had a little tick me off fastball to it.
Yeah, you can understand why. Nothing upsets a guy that throws ground balls more than those ground balls finding holes.
And Dyson almost ran into that one. It stays at 1-2. Slapped into center field, a base hit. Here comes Pagan's throw. Affeld cuts it off, and that makes it a 4-run 7th inning. And the skipper's coming out. I don't think he's going to let Affeld wear this one. So it'll be Gene Machi coming in. It's 5-0 Kansas City, and we'll be back. area. Pregame live will start at 10:30, and it'll be the final game of the series and road trip. How about that? And then the Giants will be home on Tuesday and Wednesday against the White Sox. Phillies in for 3, and then back out on the road for the Cubs. So a nice short homestand for the Giants. And tomorrow it'll be a start for Tim Lincecum against Danny Duffy, who we are told is throwing the ball extremely well.
So the new pitcher now for the Giants, Gene Machi, 52nd time he's come in, 6-1 on the year with a 1.64 ERA. Right-hander's hitting a .198. Really, nobody's doing a whole lot with him. The league hitting .206. That's an outstanding season.
So here's Infante. 6 hits in the inning for the Royals. Dyson goes. Buster's throw is going to be late, and that's a stolen base.
Well, he's a base stealer. This is what he does. This is what he's all about. Number 25 on the year for Dyson.
One ball and no strikes. In the dirt, 2-0. Machi looks to second, looks again, and the pitch is high. It's 3-0. Salvador Perez is on deck. This is the 8th hitter for the Royals.
Giants just trying to get out of the inning.
Get off the field. There's a strike. Thank you very much. 3-1. So Machi looking into Buster Posey. And this is wrapped to Sandoval, hit sharply, and that'll end the inning. Damage done. 4 runs for Kansas City. 8th inning coming up. 5-0 Royals.
To San Francisco for a weekend series, August 15th through the 17th. Friday's an Orange Friday game, a 7:15 start. Saturday, the first 40,000 fans at a 105 game are going to receive a Virgin America flight voucher. Sunday the 17th, the 105 start. First 20,000 fans will receive Giants trading cards presented by Coca-Cola. Tickets remaining for all 3 Phillies games. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets.
Five 5-0 Kansas City. It'll be Panik, Ishikawa, and Duffy here in the 8th. And the first pitch is high to Panik. He's bounced out and he's walked. And there's a strike at the knees. Shields, 1 walk and 3 strikeouts.
Now, right now, Shields knows he's not going to get a loss tonight. And that absolutely opens up the strike zone. And I doubt you're going to see him change a whole lot from what he has done all night long, the way he's utilized his pitches and hit his spots. But if they get a couple runners on, he's going to be out of this ball game. So I mean, he's on house money right now. Trying to wrap around that little backdoor slider, just missed.
And the 2-2 to Panik, and it's a full count. Ishikawa to follow.
Backdoor to slider, 1-2. Here he runs a little sinker off the plate away. I mean, that's 2 types of movement trying to hit the same spot, going opposite of each other.
Panik into right center field, and I don't believe anybody's going to get it. It bounces up against the wall, and Panik is going to put on the brakes. So Panik with an extra base hit.
In that situation too, if it's a 1-run ball game or a tie ball game, he's going for 3.
Absolutely.
Down 5, you cannot take a chance.
Here's Ishikawa. He hit a ball well to center field that Kane tracked down. The pitch to Ishikawa, line to left, and Gordon's going to reach up and make the catch.
Well, he almost got bit there. He broke in on the ball, and then all of a sudden it started to carry. And Gordon is an exceptional outfielder. Once he recognized that ball had some carry, he had to stop, reroute, and still caught up to it.
So here's Duffy. Duffy struck out and he's bounced out. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. In tight, 2-0. So the Giants really just trying to move the line, get some base runners. Maybe somebody pops one.
Yeah, they really have to scratch the scoreboard here. They got to get something just to get a little alarm clock going off in the Giants dugout.
And a strike. It's 2-1. Shields now with 94 pitches. Bounce to third. Mustaka throws him out.
Nice play. No time now for our Togo's big play the Togo's way. We go back to the 4th inning. And Salvador Perez stepping in and hitting a bolt over the head of Angel Pagan, who goes back, looking back into the sun and hauls it in. That's our Togo's big play the Togo's way.
Somewhere back in San Francisco. The guy used to wear number 24. Probably pretty pleased watching that.
I think you're right.
Here's Pagan. And Pagan takes a strike. Panic at second. Pagan down the left field line. Foul right into the first row as it kicks out again. With his 4th strikeout, we will head to the bottom of the 8th. 5-0 Kansas City. Central tonight after Giants postgame live right here in Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. You get reaction to this game. You get the 49ers, see what they're thinking, and the Harbaugh brothers. They're together again during training camp. It's a 5-0 lead for Kansas City. When it's time for a change things speedy, oil change in auto service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Juan Gutierrez, 49th time he's taken the ball for Bruce Bochy. Going to pitch the 8th inning here. 1-2 with a 3.04 ERA. Curious in that he's getting lefties out better than he's getting righties out. Gutierrez, we've seen a 4-pitch guy, low to mid-90s with velocity, curveball, slider, changeup. Innings have been hard to find on this road trip for Giants relievers. The starting pitching has been very good. And especially when you get into the American League teams. You don't need to get in that bullpen. It's tough being a bullpenner or a bench guy in the American League at times.
So here's Perez. facing Gutierrez. Bottom of the 8th. And this is a check swing roller to Ishikawa.
Is that worse than a strikeout?
Well, it is, especially when your fellow countryman smiles at you when you run down the line, like Gutierrez just did to Perez.
Well, I think I waited 3 innings for that, or 2 innings for that.
Somewhere along the line, those two guys, I guarantee you, played on the same team in winter ball. Hey, maybe even Little League.
Could have been Little League.
So here's Butler. Butler got the 7th inning started with a double. Gutierrez pitching out of the stretch, throws, and a bouncing ball to Sandoval. Sandoval to his left, 2 outs. And here's Gordon. Gordon hit a home run on the 5th off of Hudson.
Not a lot of mistakes tonight from Hudson, but this was one of them that he wishes that he had back. A high fastball at the belt, and Gordon probably knocked it over the wall. Made it a 1-0 ball game.
And Gordon pulls this one, but it's just foul. So 2 quick outs for Juan Gutierrez. And the pitch is down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Royals trying to go 13-4 against the National League. Gordon waiting patiently for Gutierrez. You're going to have to do that if you're a hitter. And this is right at panic, and that'll end the inning. Pence, Posey, Sandoval, a bunch more. It's 5-0 Kansas City.
Things Kansas City. Time now for our Honda Player of the Game, and it's going to be James Shields. He has been outstanding tonight. So far, coming into the ninth, 8 zeros. He's allowed 4 hits. He's allowed 2 base runners to get to second base. Both times it was Joe Panik who did it. 4 strikeouts for Shields. He has been brilliant with his command and the use of all of his pitches and all of his speeds. And now for James Shields, trying to get his 9th career shutout. See the last 2 starts he had Sunday at Oakland. 8 strong, 4 hits allowed, a couple of earned runs. I mean, he's been on a roll.
And here's Hunter Pence. And Pence takes a strike.
If Shields completes this game, it'll be his first complete game of the year. The last complete game that he had was 2013 against the A's. And the Giants trying to make some noise here. There is some activity in the Royals bullpen.
1-1 to Pence. Pence a 1-hopper to Moustakas.
Man, Moustakas has played a nice third base in this series. That was a flame.
Yeah, that was a bullet.
And that really has been what has jumped off the page in this series as to how beautifully the Royals have played on defense. And we're talking all aspects of it. Catching, infield, outfield. It's the kind of defense that if you're pitching, you don't want to walk anybody. You want to put him in play.
Absolutely. Here's Buster Posey. Buster takes a strike. He's 0 for 3. And a line drive to third in the 6th inning. And here he rolls it foul, so he's behind in the count 0-2. Holland just in case. Mr. Posey sends one high to right field, but Kane is back and he'll put it away. 2 outs for Pablo Sandoval. So Sandoval tonight is 1 for 3. And the first pitch is high. Sandoval lines it down the left field line, a souvenir. And the pitch is wide. Sandoval trying to give Michael Morris a shot.
You bet. Anything to get on base. Die hard.
You got to compete. Absolutely. Sandoval will lift this one down the left field line. That's going to be a souvenir again.
As hard as it is to hit one to your pole side of the field, this ballpark, I bet they don't see a lot of opposite field home runs. And if they do, they got to be close to the foul pole.
And during the daytime, maybe.
With a strong wind, which happens once every 2 years.
2-2 to the Panda. And he got him, and that's the ball game. So So strikeout number 5 ends the ball game. And the Giants ran into a hot pitcher tonight in James Shields as he shuts him out.
Well, a 4-hit shutout indeed. And boy, were we impressed with the way that he mixed everything. His speed, his location, his movement. He had it all going tonight. And when he did have a ball hit hard, the defense picked him up. Just too much Kansas City Royals tonight for the Giants.
So Shields threw 109 pitches. And he picks up his 11th win of the season. The final score, Royals 5, Giants nothing. Esurance Giants postgame live is coming up. But first, let's go to the Sportsnet Central studio.